ULTI.TV.
Welcome to the Day 2 matchup. This morning we've got Shaw from SA versus Frisky. So I'm a little bit conflicted. My sister Karen Palmer is playing for Frisky, but I'm a South Australian boy at heart, which is where Shaw's from, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out in the commentary. Apologies if I'm not exactly unbiased. I'm also manning the pole cam, operating the scoreboard and operating the camera at the same time, so if stuff goes a bit weird, that's probably why. So we're about 3 minutes into this game, just waiting for the first pull. One thing's a bit different in Australian Ultimate. We do take it a bit easy, you know, no need to start right on time. Unlike when we were at Worlds and, you know, the whistle would go and the pull would go up straight away. Everyone was excited to be there. I guess people were excited here, but maybe we're just a bit more relaxed. It does make a bit of a problem for commentators to sort of fill the gap between when the game should have started and when it does actually start. But also know a lot of the Shaw names and not many of the Frisky names, so we'll see how we go. Frisky with the pull here. Sort of a intermittent breeze going on that pulls around about the brink mark. That's Stephen Harfield with the disc, a name I do know. Down the line. It's actually quite hard to see who the players are in this lighting at the moment on the screen that's reflecting the grass behind, so I apologise if I missed them all. It's working around, big shot down the field. Oh, great defence, gets a hand in front there. Fantastic work by the Frisky D. Okay, we're back in. He's going. Frisky with the disc, working it down the field. Shaw back on defence. Disc down, quite low, picked up really well by the girl there. Working it right on this sideline. It's actually the upwind sideline. Working quite well, looks like a man force away, Hoy says there. Disc up, front of the line, opportunity for a break inside out for the score. Frisky opened their account, and that's 1-0 to Frisky. Right, and Frisky with the point after I guess that's a break straight up. And it rolls out the side there. Stephen Harfold scrambling for it. Just on a personal note, I'm pretty impressed this morning. We actually got all our gear set up and ready and pushed record before the first point started, which must be some kind of record for ULTI.TV, if you recall at Nationals when it was rainy and slippery and we had literal pole cam made out of sewer piping. A little bit more difficult, a little bit more streamlined now. We're evolving. So I think that's Hoyby there, down the line. Disc goes up. Really got to hold and be a bit more patient, Shaw, on the disc. They just give out an amazing amount of metres there. Disc goes to the end zone. Open person and the score, Frisky. 2-0. Walking away with it early. Okay, Frisky with their second pull. Hoy doing his shoelaces up on the other line. Nearly ready to play. Frisky with the pull. The wind's almost totally died off at the moment. It's just quite a steady breeze, very still relative to yesterday. It is coming and going a bit, but it should be great conditions for throwing, so really those long throws really should come off. Shaw walking it down the field. That's Alex Rogers with the disc, looking for Joel on the dump. Is that a honey dump? I don't know if that really is the case. With the disc. Shaw showing a bit more patience now with the disc, that's much better. I think they've stacked the line a bit, pulling out the big guns on this one. Going down 2-0, I guess they need to convert, and there's the turn. Just a bit fancy with that inside-out throw there. Probably the timing just wasn't quite there. Just a little bit later might have allowed Hoyby to run onto that one. So Frisky pick up the disc, looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead. Under. Working it down the field.
Nice Joel, stay in that lane.
And there's some kind of call on the field. Right, the disc back in. And a violation is called. So I'm not sure what the first call was. Kind of looks like Jodie Palmer over there. I haven't seen her so far in the tournament, so it may not be. Disc up, working it towards the front of the end zone. Disc goes up, opportunity. Great leading throw into space there for Frisky. They take a commanding lead, 3-0. Sure need to hold the disc in their hands. So come back on this one. Okay, Shaw with the disc. They've certainly come out firing this morning. Sorry, Frisky with the disc. Now, Jodie Palmer isn't playing. It's just someone who looks like Jodie, so apologies to Jodie and the other person. And the disc goes out for a brick call. Right, the disc back in. Joel Pillar with the disc. Sort of a side stack there, creating a bit of space. Mac onto themselves. Play Johnny with the disc back out to Joel. You know Joel likes to put it deep when it's there. Crossfield swing out to Johnny. Creating a bit of space, Alex. No, that looks like Coop there. Not sure who that bloke is. Jolie inside out to the end zone to Stephen Harfeld. Oh, just out in front. Just trying to squeeze it into a pretty small time window there. Very close for Steve. Would have been an amazing play if he could have got his fingers on there. Frisky bringing it back in from their corner. Sort of a centre stack going there. So I really need to look for the D. The big play goes up. Open receiver. Oh, the layout, the hat comes off and the disc is held. What a play by Frisky to take it up 4-0. Fantastic effort there. Big space, open deep in the end zone, and time for Shaw to convert at 0 points. Right, Frisky with the pull again. Dominating this first half, or first section of the game here. It's 4-0. So a bit of work to do for Shaw. Frisky being, I guess, a lot of pressure on D, but you'd have to say most of the Shaw turnovers have come from sort of trying to take a risky option or a squeeze option. Pick called on the play there. Now, as I was saying, so sure, most of the turnovers have come from sort of difficult options. And Joel Pillar in for the goal. That's probably a pretty good plan. Throw it long to Joel. He just dominates in the air, and Shaw take their first point. All right, Shaw with their first pull of the game. For 5 points, it's 4 points won, which the scoreboard shows you there, so I probably don't really say that much. Joel puts out a big inside out, floats back down, fantastic pull. Frisky catch the pull, take a bit of ground. Looks like Shaw running his zone. Big Joel Pillar in the middle there. Dump swing, great policy against the zone. It'll fake through the middle and then swing outside through the middle of the cup. Second one, Dave Warren there looking for a D. And the zone contains again nice. A lot of hole in the middle of the field, middle of the zone there, but I guess they're happy to give that away as if Joel Pillar's in front of it, it's probably a good play. And there, force the turn, the drop. Joel Pillar picks it up. Dave Warren takes some meters. Back to Joel. Joel puts it. Oh, misread the catch. Could have just run back and caught it in the end zone, but went up for the contest and didn't come down with the disc. Would have been a really handy point there for Shaw. And Frisky bring it up to the line, and Shaw reset their zone. See if they can force another turnover. Joel there sort of hunting those little pop up the line ones. Scoob across field. It's not massively windy, but it is quite steady. Forehand down to the wing, leading pass to the middle. Johnny there trying to contain. Joel gets back in the way. Swing to the middle. Down the line, take some space. Frisky being very patient, making the Shaw zone run quite a bit there, which is really good. That's better there, stopping the swing. Oh, just past the fingertips and a swing, and the Shaw zone has to run all the way back. They're getting a little bit tired by now. Down the line, opens up the field. Nothing but Shaw players in front there. Definitely not putting it long. My tent case is blowing away in the wind there, so maybe it is a little bit. It's probably left to right, so maybe into the camera lens at the moment, but it has swinging left to right to into the camera lens. And there's a goal and a defence. Great work there. Makes up there for the misread in the end zone before. Joel to Alex. Back to Joel. Working out of that shady back corner in the end zone. Johnny, Joel Pillar puts it out there. Dave Warren, read it, son, read it. Oh, just a second. I guess you'd call that a misread as well. If he had a read early, he had really good body position, could have just maintained that. And another huck goes the other way. Joel Pillar not happy with the deep there, got to come and get the disc. Oh, and it's a strip called. So I don't have a score pop-up for scripts at the moment. It's looked close enough to call. The skin. It's the remnants of the Shaw zone running down and towed into the line there for a score. Well, Frisky had their opportunities. Sorry, Shaw had opportunities to score there twice. Two misreads, and they didn't come up with the goods, unfortunately. Would have been a handy one to get. Just coming back a little bit early. Now, that was a Shaw timeout. Joel Pillar called the timeout. He was under the impression that the disc was dropped on the toe of the line in that due to the fast dropping to the ground of the disc in celebration almost immediately as it was caught there. He thought the disc was just bobbled. So they've agreed that it's a score. But unfortunately, it looks like Shaw have been, I don't know if ripped off is the word, but they've called a timeout when they thought they would have had the disc on the line, but it was actually a score. So a little bit of confusion there. They've agreed it is a score, and Frisky have apologised for the fast drop spike. Apparently, there was even a member of the Frisky team who thought it might have been a drop, but I must concur. If you catch it in the end zone, I would have thought it would have been prudent to actually hang on to the disc and make absolutely sure that no one thought it was a drop, because it is something you probably could have an argument about. Oh, another long put by Shaw, and I'll say there's probably another misread there. They're just not quite reading them in this. The wind would make it scoot to that side a little bit, but got to take those ones if you want to win. Anyway, so from a viewer's perspective, if someone's never watched Ultimate before, if you catch it and sustain possession and then you drop to the ground in celebration, it's actually a goal, but maybe in the spirit of the game we just hang on to it just for a little while just to demonstrate that it is definitely a goal, and so it's clear for everybody. Now get that sorted out. Shaw's put their zone back on. Probably a better way to do the zone than the other way. Definitely into the teeth of this breeze. Left to right as the camera is at the moment, it's kind of into our faces. This would technically probably be an upwind the way Frisky are going, and there's the turn. That's it. If you play down that end and you get the turn close to your end zone, Joel Pillar rushes back to the line, unhappy at the lack of cuts. Over the back. Great grab there. I believe that's a honey pass to Alex Rogers for the goal. Shaw take it back to 2. Okay, Joel Pillar with the pull there. That's the tail end of it. Sorry, didn't quite fast enough on the button there. They were a little bit quicker than I was expecting. Just trying to sort out some shade for my computers. So Frisky with what you could say is probably a downwind. Shaw's gone to this zone. Oh, and that looks like a Callahan. Greg Schrader with the Callahan. Great to see him on the field. And that's 5-3. The game's looking much more even all of a sudden. That was a fantastic Callahan from Greg coming out of nowhere. Rips the disc down into the end zone. Goal. Okay, Joel Pillar with the pull. Outside in, down, Frisky catch the pull. Might have been better going for some float there. Frisky are pretty confident catching the pull. To catch them out with a sliding pull like that is difficult. Always good if you land that in front of their feet and it rolls through and you get a touch. Frisky just Shaw's doing a good job keeping them on that sideline.
Come in and keep running in and out.
Moving it but not getting the swing off. There's a sort of midfield swing, but they're still just keeping it back on that sideline. It looks like they don't even have a swing player on this side of the field at all. So they're just working in a shoebox over that side. Maybe it's a bit hot for them when they want to stay in the shade. Understandable on a day like this, it's not massively hot, but it doesn't sort of stretch the Shaw zone across the field so much, so they don't have to do quite as much running, so they don't get tired as much. And as you know, when the zone gets tired, the gaps start to open up at the moment, so it looks like a bit of a pommy zone. There's a bit of a swing, still only like 10 metres off that sideline, and then they go back. Maybe they don't want to get trapped on this downwind sideline there, but I think it might be worth it for the... They're doing pretty well. There you go, that brings it out on this side a bit more open to the wing spot. Shaw doing a bit of running to get back, but it's quite close to the end zone. Knocking on the door, cross field, not in the end zone yet. Greg Schrader watching that, patrolling that wing quite effectively there. Slows it down. Might be a good time for a timeout for Frisky here, but they'll keep working it around, I guess. Still don't want to get it down on the sideline. Very quickly got it back off there when they got stuck down there. Throwing ultimate. Everyone's standing around with a pop pass out. Still to the midfield. Just won't come down on this side. Must be some sort of tactic they've talked about. And there we go. He creates the space and goal for Frisky. Double the score, 6-3. Frisky with there. Just waiting for Shaw to put their hand up as well.
That's what I do for medicine. That's not what
Yeah, he's put his arm down. Getting a bit tired waiting for the other guys. They're still talking around. Hoivy looks like he's sorting out a line here. Frisky have been having a lot of success with their man, so they might stick with that, or they might pull out a Zol here. As I said, it's slightly upwind, but there's moments where the wind totally drops off. So that's a lovely pull. That's the best pull so far for Frisky. 10 metres deep in the end zone, brings it back to Hoivy on the end zone line. Out to Alex Rogers. Good effort on the D there. Straight through to the wing. Puts it up, Dave Warren. Guess you'd call that a misread again, just not accounting for the wind sliding that disc across the field there, outside in. That's, just pulls it in. Steve Harfield puts the body in, works it back to the midfield. Big D out in front, have to lay out. Can't quite get on there. Great effort there, that's K Palm. Big shout out to K Palm. They say blood is thicker than mud. They're probably right. Alright, apologies, that was the wrong button I pushed before. I put an end point there. It's actually just a delay in the play there. Steve Harford with the disc, Koibe for the... Oh, great pick up there with the one hand. Puts the mid out, sticks in the middle. Rogers in the middle, looking for a dump to Hoiby. Great dump D there for Hoy. On Hoy, there is a call on the play. Not sure what that call was. Disc comes back in any case. Probably looked like a pick or something like that because there wasn't really much happening on the disc side. Steve Harfield into the middle and the disc goes down. Kaz Palmer with the D, but it's going back to Steve. Not quite sure what that call was either. Probably some kind of foul on the throw, I would guess. Looks like it's coming in on 0, so possibly uncontested. Steve Harfield, Kaz Palmer poaching in the lane there, out in front. Big upfield hark over the back. Oh, nearly got the crumbs there, Alex Rogers. It's just a tough to read the disc when it comes out on that side. As I said, the wind is blowing pretty much straight into the camera on this angle here. It just gets under the lip of the disc, it makes it float a bit, and 3 or 4 times the SA guys just haven't been able to allow for that. Oh, great hammer, great layout, just off the fingertips. Looks like a good turn for Shaw here to get out in front. Back to Hoiby. Let off the leash there. Very hard mark on Hoy. Steve Harfield. Out to Hoiby. Back to Dave Warren. Back to Hoiby. Moving the disc around, keeping it moving. Alex Rogers with the crossfield. Oh, great layout there. Number 7, and you heard that hit the ground. That was a tough one. Probably a little bit winded there. Would have been really hard to get the D from that side, but fantastic effort there by number 7 on Frisky, and there'll be an injury sub. And the disc is back in. Alex Rogers with the disc, looking for an end zone attack here. Dave Warren cut down the line. And the D just didn't. I don't know if they didn't want to take the shot or they were waiting for something. Just didn't look like enough stuff downfield. Not enough movement downfield.
Nick, you got to control here.
And there's a big call.
Control, Frisky.
And everyone's talking about where they were. And the disc is checked in. Right, big disc out there by Frisky. 2 players going for it. Goal for Frisky. That makes it 7-3. Great put there. Really nice throw downwind. Just floated beautifully out in front of 2 options there. And no one back there for Shaw to do anything about it. Right, hand up for Frisky. Just waiting for Shaw to respond there. Shouting about it. Great time to get a point now at 7-3 down. Just haven't been able to finish into the end zone, Shaw. They've been playing pretty well, getting the turnovers, getting the opportunities, but just not quite sticking it in. Let's see if they can make a change to that now. Back to Joel in the middle. Johnny puts up a big one, really flat. Gonna have to motor. No dice. Probably not a bad shot, just the downwind. You don't get any of that float for those kind of shots to allow the attacker time to get back on the disc. I've noticed this, that no one is actually watching the guy pick up the disc, so there's a great opportunity to take it from the back of the end zone. Several times no one's been watching that. Be a good veteran move to take advantage of that. Probably not the best thing to do in a sort of straight upwind situation, I guess. Maybe they know about it, they're baiting him for it. Alright, Shaw doing quite well to keep it in that side of the end zone. Not quite Callaghan country yet, but Joel with a bit to the middle there, being quite active in the middle. Outside. Alright, just floating down the sideline there. Now that opens up the field. Joel gets back quite quick in the middle. And the zone sets. I say looks like Shaw's quite tight on the zone. They're just not quite getting there to stop that one through the middle, and then they just flow. Frisky just flow all the way through.
Watch here, Coop, what are you doing?
Oh, Jay Dowling comes away with the D. Oh, there's a call on the play. That's a foul. He's saying he was taken out on the way through. Looks like that'll be contested. Well, I must say they both have an opportunity to attack the disc at the moment, and we don't want to stop play just because people get bumped around. It's incidental contact that can happen. Okay, so it looks like it's disc goes up. So that was great spirit on that call. Great catch by Coop. Not in the end zone yet. Hustles back to the line. To Jay Dowling for the goal. Double happiness for Jay. So great spirit there. After a conversation, they withdrew the call. Jay maintained the turnover, and that makes it 7-4 to Frisky. Alright, Joel Pillar there just taking a bit of time to chat to his team, fine-tuning the zone, trying to stop that inside-out flick that they've been getting that goes across field. Zone again. Just through the gap there. I say Joel makes a fearsome middle in that zone, really hunting and aggressively trying to get the disc. Oh, nearly. Greg probably could have got that with a layout. Could have flown for that. Great spot to get a turnover. Right, making the short zone's making Frisky pass around the field. Nice little leading pass there. Backwards again and stops the swing. That's really good. Gets it to the middle. Oh, sneaky. Straight past Joel's hand there. Oh, crossfield. And the disc is grasped. Great work on Frisky's, short zone there, working it and hanging in there for the turn. Really shot down that crossfield throw, which made them sort of look for that option there. Great South Australian connection. Well, they're both not in South Australian ball, but used to be much feared in the South Australian leagues. Johnny, Boy, and Joel gets shut down, and there's a foul call and a hand signal. Fantastic having a hand signal there.
And all I remember is
everyone knows what's going on.
contest, no contest.
I believe that's uncontested foul.
Goal, right? Yeah, that's also known as pre-bowling.
Yep, uncontested.
Alright. Disc is coming in. 3, 2, 1. Strike. Back.
Line to Joel.
Punch! 3.
Great throw, crossfield. Money to Greg Schrader. Fantastic throw, very similar to the one that went out just in front of Steve Harfield before. And Shaw slowly claw it back, 7-5. Another call coming from the shoreline. Let's get another one. Probably a good idea at this point, 7-5. Frisky have been dominating this game early, but really is not reflected in the scoreboard with Shaw being 2 points behind. It sort of feels like Frisky should be much more in front, but I think since they switched up to the zone, it's caused a few more turnovers. There's been a couple where Frisky have shredded the zone, but they're quite good at just punching it back out there. Frisky working through the field again. Oh, nice inside out there. That's what Joel was talking about to stop that. Just make sure, right? And close to a D. Once again, could have laid out, but probably made sure of that one. Did all the hard work. Looks like Shaw had sort of given him that one. Back crossfield, four-handed play. Popper's coming back to help out. Very patient. Frisky, they're just working really nicely. They're still working it around. It's a bit hard to work out what to say. So I don't know the names of the Frisky boys. Not a lot of girls have touched it so far. Seems like the guy that taking all the handling. Maybe there's not a lot of downfield stuff. Johnny did really well to shut down that corner one. And stone drop. So you're making throw enough throws, you might get the turnover. Great work by the Shore zone. Nice little flick out by Hoiby there. Back to Hoy. Flicked off Johnny there. Big outside in. Who's going to read it? Coops there. Oh, great defense there. Kaz Palmer, quite authoritative in the end zone there, saying no score for you. Once again, no one really watching the disc in the back of the end zone. The handler just walked behind it and slowly picked it up, so it looks like Shore's not awake to it, and none of the Frisky handlers are either. Great opportunity to make a couple of quick meters there. And sort of died off a little bit. It's still there, just not at a... I guess it's always there. It's quite variable. It's probably what makes it difficult handling in this game. Oh, great defense for Hoy there. Trying to squeeze it through. Looking to convert. Dump. Johnny, hold it, Johnny. Straight back through the middle. Short, take it back. 7-6. That's, I believe, 3 points in a row for sure. Doubled their score. Fantastic effort. Good time for... another Joel Pillar-Pool. Just floating and coming back in the field. Great hang time there. That was awesome. Now Frisky have called 4 girls. Shore are staying in their zone. The wing getting quite aggressive there up the line. So Frisky are banking that their girls can make it happen. Shore's trying to get a stop and take it to 7-all. Considering they were 4-0 down at some one point, that would be a pretty amazing scoreline for sure. Frisky sort of standing off quite a lot on the mark here. And a turn, no! Saved in the back of the end zone there by the Frisky. Quite lucky there by Frisky. Looks like Shore sort of made a few tweaks to this zone. I think it's running a little bit better. They're not getting that one through the middle that was sort of shredding them before. So bit of bump on the mark there in the point position. That's good to see. Good swing. Definitely wind coming straight into the camera again. It's quite gusty, so it's not settled. If it's a steady breeze, you can kind of work with it, but it's just hard to know exactly where this one's going to try. There we go. Made a first throw. Bit of space through the middle, and the zone catches up again. Still not quite using the width of the field to make this zone run. Kaz Palmer in the middle there, I believe. Yes. So it's very difficult to see the players on the screen. Go Kaz Palmer, some 1-2s down the line. Can they get another one in there? Scuba over the top. Layout to try and toe the line, couldn't hold the disc. Bit of discussion about where the out call was. Yeah. So toe was on the line when he made an attempt for it. Swing out to Johnny. Foul called, play on. Alex Rogers picks up the disc. Called play on just before Alex actually caught it that time, so that's good. Joel, honey dump to Joel again there. Greg Schrader dumps off Johnny with the disc, back to Joel. Out in front of Johnny, takes it high. Oh, just couldn't quite hang on to it. Opportunity to draw level with it, and Frisky put it right out there. Big floating, going a long way. Taken, random player in the end zone there. And put it out in the front. Kaz Palmer, Frisky take half. Oh, unfortunate drop in the middle there for sure, really costly. And that's right, Frisky have their hand up. Shaw for the pull. There he goes. Nice sense of that. It's floating and might be sliding out. It might just hold it in. No. Just a bit too far. And looks like a brick has been called. The wind's definitely picked up, I can tell, because the cover I've got here showing the computers is nearly blowing away, so it's definitely stronger than it was before when it wasn't blowing away. One way to measure how strong the wind is. I haven't got the 10 piece in there yet, to get that sorted out. We'll do that at the end of this game. Frisky working it against the shore zone. Take back a bit of their advantage. Sure, looking for a turnover. But it seems to be Frisky sort of very good handling, solid, working up the field. Don't even look like turning it over. And then so far, the only thing that's gotten down is just some easy drops or optimistic scooters and stuff like that. But I guess the problem is because they're not making ground in the zone so much and they're sort of staying on that sideline, it makes it a bit more, I guess, psychological that you kind of want to get down the field and sort of try a bit more crazy stuff. Sure one, just work them back. Standing off quite a lot in the zone. KP popping through there. And there's the big throw. Deep's way off. What a put, downwind, fantastically placed. Caught the D offside, and that's 6 to Frisky. Everybody. Back in, Julio with the pull, starts catching that fantastic deep huck before, almost on the end zone line, length of the field, centimetre perfect. Guess the short deep's kind of pushing in to try and pressure that, and he just disappeared. Oh, what a defense! Fantastic layout D to cause the turnover there. Awesome reaction go just in front of the end zone for Frisky. It's about 7.5 minutes to go in the game, 7 minutes or so. And grabbed Julio. Is that Julio? No, it's not. The other guy. No, that's a fantastic grab. Toes the line, gets the score, and that is 10 to 6. Shaw in trouble. Right, Frisky with the pull. That was a fantastic point by Frisky. When it counted, big layout D. Put under pressure into the corner for the score. And look to a 4-point advantage in this game. Let's go! And not a bad pull. It might be sliding out of bounds. No, that's gone. Halfway up the hill. And you'd think there'd be a brick call. Okay, Joel Pillar on the brick mark. Frisky doing a very similar zone to the shore zone. Looks like an assassination zone taking on Joel.
That's good.
Back to the normal zone stance. Crossfield hammer. Alex Rogers with the disc. Steve led down the field. Floats. Jay takes it in the field. Great awareness to keep his toe in the field there. Pretty well weighted throw, I guess. It floated quite a bit in the wind, but it got there. Back to Stephen, recess to Joel. Still on that line. Oh, nice crossfield. Alex Rogers with the disc. Zone reforms. Julio on Joel, assassinating him. You'd fancy that matchup in the end zone if someone would do it. And a foul called. It was a bit like the other one. I guess they both got opportunity to make a play on the disc. Steve Hartfield with the disc again. Back out to Joel. To the end zone. Touch. And it's not coming back in. Great defense there by Frisky when it counted. I must say, they really got stuck on that sideline against the assassination zone, and it's really just trying to sort of shove it in. And it looks like we've got the time cut there. That's a minute and a half early by my watch because we started it right when they blew the hitter the first time, but we won't question the TDs. So in over the top to the midfield. Great work. Time into the middle. made a lot of ground there up the line. Oh, Alex Rogers got a fingertip on there, still manages to get to the player though. Back to KP in the middle, causing a terror of herself. Little 1-2 down the line, cuts there. Big put down the field, taken, not in the end zone yet. Crossfield, goal to Frisky. That's 11-6. And that's a 4-point run after half with no reply. Frisky with the pull. Time cap went in the last point, so I believe, or before that last point was scored, so I believe that would be a game of 12. So Shaw needed to do a 6-point run to take the game. That's a tough ask. Did take quite a good run in the first half to bring it back, but I think that was a 3 or 4-point run. But tougher to do when the whole game's on the line for it. Can't give up one point. Back to Johnny. Joel puts it up to Johnny. Fantastic put there, just an outside in, just floated straight back down into Hoiby. Out in front of Johnny, takes it for the goal. That's the first of them. 11-7. 5 points for Shaw to win and 1 point for Frisky to win. Alright, Shaw with the pull. Great floating pull into the wind. Looks like the wind's going to blow that straight back in just by the front corner of the end zone there, and the zone gets down quite quickly. Oh, Greg Schrader looking for one of those Ds again. Wind's picked up, it's just a little bit gusty there. Oh, flipped. Oh, nice D there by Greg Schrader. That's just what Shaw need. Quite a few points to... Joel puts it up, looks like Greg Schrader's in the end zone there. Will he get it? Just a bit too far out in front there. Once again, I guess, might have been able to react a bit earlier. That floating. Oh, good take there by the Frisky player. And a drop. Wind has definitely picked up a bit. Not so much in intensity, but just, I guess, gusty. You can probably see by the camera wobbling on top of the pole much better than it used to be. Ball on the field looks like Cole. Just game. Alright, Shaw really need to score here. Floaty. Oh, boy, Joel have some great chemistry there. Played many games together back in SA. To Hoiby. Big travel there by Hoiby. Back foot definitely lifted, no one pulls it. Inside out, floating, no! Just really trying to squeeze that through. It's a really tough play to make, but I guess might have just sat up a bit more in the wind. I don't know if Greg would have been able to get there. Okay, the wind has actually swung around now. It's actually going pretty much straight left to right down the field. Probably make a good option for a big deep cut, but once again it's like fluctuating between very fast and not so fast, and it looks like a violation is called. Thank you for that hand signals there. Not sure what exactly the violation was or what's going on. People walking around. Still talking. This is going to come back in soon. Not quite sure exactly what they were talking about. I don't quite know what the stoppage was either. And the disc is tapped in. And it's hucked. Well, that was just a huck to no one, really. Joel looking for the disc, cross to Hoiby. Definitely going to the teeth of this breeze. Need to score this point to stay alive in the game. Cross out there, nice swing back to Greg in the middle, to Joel with the disc. Will he be patient? Can he work it through? Back to Hoiby. Joel's probably better in the end zone, a bit like the Tom Regaki. Nice grab there by
Come on, Joel!
short player there, Alex. Coop, Hoiby, fall over, forehand to Joel. Lots of throws, not in the end zone yet. A bit static downfield. Johnny with a great pick up there.
Come on, Frisky, Tiger!
Forehand out to Joel in front, nice grab there. Probably 5 metres out from the end zone, working it, trying to stay in this game. Wind is really tough. Swing out to Hoiby. This is great patience by Shaw here. Out to Joel. Bobbles, catch. That's a fantastic catch. Good way to stay in concentration. Floaty. And good D there by number 7. And there's a call on the play. No, I believe it's a pick call before the throw. That was quite fortuitous for Shaw there. Would have been quite difficult to inside out. Greg Schrader toes the line for the goal. Shaw keep it alive. 11-8. Great upwinder there by Shaw. Right, Shaw with the pull. Looking to stay in this game once again. We've got a game of 12 here. Great pull by Joel. And well caught by Frisky there. When all of those hit the ground, they really scoot out the back of the end zone. You end up trapped on your line. So, just go with a drop it or it's a turnover. Right, Shaw put their zone back on. Once again, the wind has picked up a lot. We've got some pegs in our shade tent now, so it's not blowing away, but I imagine it would be well gone by now. The gusts have definitely picked up and the wind's rotated around a bit. It's actually probably coming.
Go a little bit back.
Pretty much from behind the camera, straight forward as you see it now. So it's challenging conditions both ways, but particularly the way Frisky's going now, it's quite a tough breeze to work into. Frisky being patient again. As we've seen so far, they're very patient, look very sure, and then there's a drop or a turnover or something optimistic. Just see if they can hold their patience together and work it down the field and take this game. Swing out to Kaz Palmer. Great crossfield backhand there, very solid. Fantastic throw at Karen. She just makes the people around her play even better. Crossfield over the top, out in front, leading pass, milking it. Joel around the place. I don't know if that was misread or Joel got a piece of that, but that was fantastic too. Hoy puts it out there in front, high. Johnny with the read, it's his to get. Oh, no one gets it. Surely that's
Hey, good run, guys, good run.
missed opportunity there for sure. Right, they run back to the front of the end zone before the zone is set. And before I'm ready, hammer downwind, tough to read, over the top and out of bounds. Really tough to throw a hammer, particularly that way into the red. It's always going to get blown that way out of bounds. You're going to allow a lot to keep those working. Okay, Hoy with the disc. Joel in the backfield. Probably fancy Joel in the end zone right now. It's a bit like Tom Regaki. Loves handling, loves making the big throws. Oh, that's a tough injury. That looks like a possible a knee or an ankle or something like that for Johnny. Got taken out about knee level by the player falling over. Doesn't look good. But Johnny goes off there. Big loss by Shaw. Looks like it's not a knee. It looks like a shoulder. He's nursing his shoulder. Came down a bit harder than he was hoping for. Greg Schrader comes into the game. Thick outside. Joel Pillar with the disc. Great work by Johnny to actually hang on to that catch. Just under a lot of pressure. Greg Schrader, good man to play. Good talk from the sideline by Dave Warren there. Back to Joel Pillar. Over the top, floaty. Oh, great defense by Frisky there. Gets up high, makes the play.
Go! Back! Go deep!
Come on, guys.
People streaking deep, but they're taking their time. Just comes back in Frisky, still trying to take this game. Have the bulk of the work to do on the upwind side. Great cover there by Claire in the defence. Big dump, big jacket. Greg Schroeder. Good defence, Greg. I think that's just incidental contact, but there's a discussion about it. No call.
And they wonder why
No call on the play. Incidental contact. That's probably a good call. I think they just got their feet caught up. I think Greg had the best position from the beginning of that once he went up. Hoyby with the disc. Oh, great bake throw to Joel. With the disc on the open side, puts it out again. Greg Schroeder's down there. Can he get over? Oh! Oh, comes up with the play! Fantastic play by Greg Schroeder. Grabs the disc. Fantastic effort. That's just great awareness there to stay with the disc, and they call the goal for Shaw. 11-9, 2 points behind, one more upwinder, and Shaw make it quite interesting. What a play there by Greg Schroeder. That's surely the best thing I've seen all tournament. Right, 11-9, Joel Pillar with the pull. Great float. Looks like it's going to land inbounds. Excellent hang time there by Joel. Frisky catch the pass, and the zone's on. Frisky be looking to jack it, I would think. Get it down the other end. Hope for a cheap turn from Shaw. They were playing really good offense on the last. Great defense there by Hoyby. Playing really good offense on the last up winner, so they're definitely a chance. If they get this one, it would really make Frisky worry. Crossfield D there, out in front. Good catch, leading pass, has the space, back to the middle. Good recovery there by Joel, and Hoyby quite good people in the zone. They just seem to know where they're just going. It's just fantastic. So there's the big deep shot, out in front. Alright, Frisky take the game, 11-9. Downwind, you've got to watch for those deep ones, but fantastic game there. Great highlight by Greg, that was awesome to see. So. And Frisky take it over Shaw after a spirited comeback. Great effort, good work.